Wait, why are you running away from us?
What?
Mikey, look at how big this trunk is.
Whoa.
Don't you think we should get in there and find out?
Yeah.
JJ, I don't think there's any danger for us inside the chest. So let's go straight for that vest. You just keep up with me.
Oh. I don't think that's a good idea.
JJ, it doesn't look like we're gonna get away with it because there are 2 golems standing in our way. But we have to catch up with the villager as quickly as possible. What are we gonna do?
Relax, they'll let us through.
Whoa.
And that's because I had some flowers with me. And look, we're going to have to go through a series of challenges.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be dangerous. What kind of villager is this?
Hey, and let's just ignore this villager.
Yes.
As you may have noticed, even in the beginning we have to go over the abyss.
Oh.
And it's making my legs shake.
And this isn't even the beginning.
Yep.
Look, there's some press. So don't get caught up in them. It's too late for that. Mikey, you should see yourself right now. You're the thinnest person on the planet.
JJ, how about you don't mock me, but take these tests. I'm sure time will pass, and I'll be like I was before. And by the way, this stage doesn't seem so hard anymore.
I still don't understand how you managed to hurt yourself on that test. It was really quite simple. And by the way, we're already at the door. So let's see what's behind it. That's the kind of landing I like already. Because we have so many jewels around us. But unfortunately, there was no villager here. So we have to keep looking for him.
It's time for me to see what I have in my trunk. And I can't believe JJ and Mikey are already here. How did you even get out of the last room? Oh, that's okay.
Oh no!
I'll just run away.
Is it just me? Or is he afraid of us even in such a small state?
Yes.
And there's no way we're letting him go. It's gonna be hard though, because we can't run fast enough yet.
But we have to at least try. And by the way, now we have to figure out how to get bigger. Although to do that, we'll just have to find the Ender's Pearl. Mikey, let's just look around his house for a while.
It might not even be his house at all.
Oh.
So we should be careful.
Okay, let's start by trying to get closer to the window.
Yeah.
That way we can get a rough idea of the complexity of our situation. And then we'll run outside. It's a good thing I have a ladder.
What a lot of villagers there are. And by the way, I see ours. So we need to catch up to him as fast as we can. It's an open area, so if he gets too far ahead, we'll never be able to find him.
You're right. We should run now. The problem is, we can't open the door ourselves. And that's where the harpoon comes in. Without it, we'd be stuck in there for a long time.
You do realize we're gonna have to use a harpoon all the time, right? Because even on a solid block, we're not gonna be able to jump. It's so boring being little.
How I'd still like to just go big. But we can't afford it yet. And by the way, how do you feel about going back to that trunk? That sounds like a good idea to me.
Seriously?
I think we're gonna have to do something else soon. Because the villager's gone missing. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's another chest.
What the?
See? It's just like I said.
Mikey, but that would mean we'd be even smaller. Although I'm willing to do whatever it takes to catch that villager. Because he's hiding something really bad from us.
So let's get inside the chest as fast as we can.
Yes.
All right. We've managed to get inside that chest.
Yes.
And by the way, it doesn't look the same as it did the first time. I'm also stuck in some kind of slime. So please save me.
I'm always amazed at how quickly you can get into trouble. But we're lucky it's just slime. What happens next is a mystery to me.
Really?
So we shouldn't run like hell.
And I'm sure there's nothing dangerous for us here. So come on up quickly. And by the way, there's a bucket of lava. I think if it falls, we're in big trouble.
Booyah.
Let's walk past it carefully.
But we can't stay here much longer.
What?
Because I see that villager. He's very close to us. Look, I think it's a mistake to just jump this place. So let me run out and get some sticks and then I'll make a bridge for us. Then we won't risk our lives.
All right. Well, let's do it that way.
Booyah.
And by the way, I think we're way past that villager. So we're gonna have to move quickly through all the other challenges. That said, we're still small.
Size doesn't interest me in any way at all at this point. And look, I've already made it to the end of this bucket. So now you can safely come over to me and we can continue the chase.
JJ, I'm kind of scared.
Huh?
I realize you're doing all this with no problem.
Oh.
But you've noticed how easily I get into trouble.
Yes!
So what happens if I fall into the lava?
Whoa!
So far, so good.
Come on, Mikey. You don't have much time left. And not this. I never thought Mikey would actually fall in that bucket. What am I supposed to do now? I don't have any water to put you out, so you're just gonna have to wait.
Oh my god! What a horror, JJ! I'm burning up! I'm begging you! Please do something! Because it hurts so bad. In the meantime, I'm gonna run around hoping the fire will go out on its own.
I'd be happy to help Mikey, but I don't think those diamonds are gonna let me go any further. And who knew they could be alive? Well, I can defeat them and take them for myself. And there are so many of them. Too bad Mikey can't help me yet, because I could use a partner. Oh, well, I'm strong enough to fight them myself.
JJ, where did you get lost in there?
Huh?
I thought we had to get to the end of that chest as quickly as possible. And I did, but I'm still on fire.
Oh, no!
So I'm counting on you to help me.
Actually, I've got a bigger problem myself.
Seriously?
Because while you were running around, I was attacked by evil diamonds. So until I deal with them, I can't help you or get out of here at all. And it's a good thing I was able to beat them all. Now I can move on. And by the way, where's Mikey?
How lucky we are to be in such a good location. Look, there's even water. So I was able to put myself out, but I couldn't find the next exit.
I'm not surprised you couldn't find anything. And by the way, are you sure these fish aren't going to attack us? There's a diamond sword in here for a reason. So we're still going to have to fight.
I don't think they're dangerous at all. So just keep running. There I see some kind of mountain of sand.
Yes!
And don't you think we need to remove it to find a way through?
I think you're right. So let's get closer and see what's behind that sand. I don't think we're going to see anything though, so we should get to work.
Hey, it's more accurate to say you should get back to work. After all, it wasn't that long ago that I almost burned to death. So I'm not supposed to do any kind of physical activity. And it's a good thing you were able to find a shovel around here.
You have to realize that I'm not always going to do all the work for you. But for now, it'll be faster if I take out all the blocks. And by the way, did it bother you that all the fish in here were floating on air?
Well, we're very small now, aren't we?
Yes.
So there's a chance the laws work differently here.
We may have managed to get to the door, but it's under lock and key. So we're going to have to find a key somewhere. And something tells me we can get that key from the crabs. So that's why I needed the sword.
Don't you think that's weird?
Oh, no!
The crabs didn't even attack you. So it would be cruel to wipe them all out. On the other hand, we've got to keep going.
I'm glad you understand. And by the way, in addition to the key, we're going to have a lot of crab legs. So if we get hungry, we can cook them.
Seriously?
I hear crab meat is delicious.
By the way, don't you think we've had enough?
Yes!
You did manage to find the key, and we've got plenty of crab meat. So why don't you just open the door and we'll move on.
You're right. I got a little carried away. So I'll do what I need to do now. And how far away did that villager get? I don't think we're ever going to catch up to him, but we're going to try.
Let's see what's behind the door. JJ, look at the cool location in front of us. I think the farther we get, the more fun we're gonna have. And now we can play snowballs. And see, there's no obstacles.
Except to get any further, we have to do parkour first.
Really?
And something tells me it's going to be tough. That's because we have to jump on little snowballs.
Hey, this is really going to be hard. So I'm not even gonna try it and just enjoy the nice room. You can get through this, right?
No.
I'm counting on you, JJ.
And that's why I'm here with Mikey, if he's not doing anything at all.
JJ, I really hope you were able to make it to the end, because now we don't have much time to prepare for the fight. I never thought we'd have to fight snowmen.
Well, then what are we waiting for?
Yep.
Let's make a defensive point for us as soon as possible. And don't forget, we still have to make more snowballs.
Yeah.
So we don't have to waste time reloading.
I told you this location would be easy for us. So I was wrong. So I'm gonna help you. And I hope there aren't too many snowmen.
Even if there's an army of them here, we'll still have to defeat them. because that's what it's all about. And don't worry, I'm gonna build us a very secure shelter.
Whoa.
I'm so glad I have such a good friend. Because there's no way I could have gotten that parkour and gotten us a pickaxe. And without it, we never would have been able to build a good bunker.
Mikey, I think you should focus on our fight too. Because you said you'd help me, but you're just standing there. You don't want me to run out of energy by the time the fight's over, do you?
You know, I think you did a pretty good job. So I think you can call it a day and start making snowballs.
Yes! All right, here we go. Our battle with the snowman mob. By the way, something tells me we'll be able to defeat them without any problems.
Seriously?
So don't give up.
Somehow, it ended even sooner than I expected. And that's because you were able to build the best shelter in the world. Now, let's get to the door and find out what's next.
And by the way, I think we could bring some snowballs.
Yeah.
They'd be easier to fight with. Mikey, where are you?
JJ, well, here we go again with the chest. And something tells me that's where the villager went. So let's follow him. And when is this chest chase gonna end?
Oh.
Who'd have thought I'd be able to lure you into such a simple trap? Now you'll never get out of here. In the meantime, I'm going to get very far away.
I had a feeling someone was trying to trick us. And in the end, it was this villager. Mikey, what are we gonna do now? There's no way out.
JJ, don't you think we actually have everything we need to make dynamite?
Yes!
There's still sand and gunpowder. And there's logs on top of it.
Whoa!
So somebody's gotta start mining.
I never thought I'd say this, but Mikey, you're a genius. This really does have everything I need to make dynamite. And by the way, there's a lot of blocks. So I should be able to make a pretty big explosion.
There. We'll have a quick getaway. And then we can still catch that villager. By the way, why did you even bother making a shovel? I thought it would be faster with my hands.
The fact is that sand takes a very long time to break down with your hands.
Seriously?
And since I had extra materials, why don't I use them? Look, I've almost got all the sand and gunpowder I need.
Whoa!
You're getting over it pretty fast. And by the way, haven't you figured out how you're gonna activate all the dynamite? Because if we don't have a lighter, the plan is
No.
over.
Mikey, I didn't have time to think about that. So I still have to find silicon and iron here. But if there was gunpowder, I can find everything else.
Yep.
The villager who locked us in here made a terrible mistake.
I take it you're done. So don't forget the stairs. We're gonna have to climb pretty high to get over the lid of the chest. And how many blocks of dynamite did we get?
Enough for a good explosion. Well, that's it. The final touches before we can get out of this horrible chest. I have to admit, this villager is very well prepared.
What he didn't realize is that if we're together, nothing can stop us. Even this chest was just a small obstacle for us. We'll tear it down quickly and with style.
You might want to step back because it's about to get loud. What a headache I have. And by the way, where are we? We're home, by the looks of it. What kind of home is this? Whoa, Mikey. I think I got it. We've managed to escape from the endless chests.
Yep. And that's just fine. Now we have to figure out what to do next. And by the way, we're still little, so we could use some armor. And I can see where we can get some. Check this out.
Who would have thought we could even find a wing stand in this house? And by the way, what's in the trunk? We got a real treasure right here. Mikey, now we're gonna have diamond armor.
Were there really that many diamonds in the chest? That's just great. You can make me a set of armor too, right? Then we'll both be strong enough to fight.
Of course I'll do anything for you.
Yeah.
And by the way, why do we even have to fight anyone? I mean, we have everything we could possibly need now. So why don't we just fly around and take a look around?
You know, I like that idea. We just have so many more fireworks. So we can fly for a long time.
Yes!
And I hope we find some kind of jewelry safe.
It's so cool that we're thinking the same thing. And by the way, I think there's something weird outside.
Now let's fly around this house.
Yes.
Because you said there's a chance we might find something. And I can't wait to check it out. By the way, look how fast I'm turning.
Mikey, I don't think we should get excited yet.
Really?
Because I want to fly to that fenced-in area. I think there's a big gold safe in there.
Yep.
And just think of all the jewelry that could be in there.
Then let's get it open as soon as possible. And if there's a lot of expensive blocks, we won't leave until we've collected them all. You've got a really cool pickaxe left.
Oh my god, I can't believe this could exist.
Whoa.
Mikey, there's an entire humanity's supply of emeralds in here. And no matter how hard we try, we don't have room for all of it.
I think we're gonna make it. So you pack it up, and I'll make sure no one comes near us. Because this place could be a trap too.
Mikey, I think we've had enough emeralds. With
No.
this many, we may never work at all. So let's just fly away from the safe before anyone sees us.
I really wanted to collect all the emeralds.
Whoa!
But you convinced me that this amount would be enough for us. So let's get the hell out of here.
And as soon as we can find a good place, we'll buy a big house there right away.
Yep.